Hey guys, 903 here, and we are playing p2002. Sorry about that. I kind of was concentrating on getting this mob snared before it ran away. I've been playing p2002 now for about a couple weeks, and the leveling here is quite a bit faster, it seems. But I have a level 41 Ranger. He is a halfling. I named him HOBLIT. His name is HOBLIT Tree Hugger. I think I've made one video or I've twitched or something. So, but if you haven't seen it, that's what I've been up to. That's why I haven't been making as many videos. That's why I haven't been around. I've been really diving into this game. And on this server, or on P2002, you're allowed a 3-box. I just have a 1-box, and that is my wizard. Named her Mini Boom. She's some pretty good DPS. She's nuking for around 328, and when she crits, I've had her crit up to like 620-ish, something like that. And I'm good. I'm here with my good friend, who's playing his Ogre Shaman Skid Marks, who is my buddy from P99. If you've ever seen Sevi join me in P99. Wow, I'm getting nice rooms here. He is not in the call or in talk with me or anything like that, but he is hanging out with me. He has 3 characters here. I think this is his lowest level or close to his lowest level character. But we're having a good time over here, so I thought I'd make a video and show you guys what I've been up to and where I've been and why I haven't been around on P99. Doesn't mean I won't play P99 or I don't like P99 or anything like that. It's just this is a different experience and I'm really enjoying it. I did play, when I had my EverQuest experience, I was the Indivelius all the way past Omens of War, and I can't remember what the Seeds of Destruction or something. I can't remember all the names of them after that, because they all came out pretty quick and lumped together, and or so it seemed. We're going to pull a Shaman, and we're probably going to die. Oh wait, I'll pull this one instead. Hold on. Pull the Dinosaur. So I really never mained a Ranger before, but I'm digging it. I dig the fact that I have track early. I dig the fact that I have forge. I always like forge on my characters, to be honest. Digging the fact that I like forge, or I have forge. He's a pretty beast, actually. He's not the best tank, but he can hold aggro really well. I mean, he does a really good job at holding aggro for the most part until my wizard nukes like 3 times in a row. You see there, she just nuked for 385. That was a non-crit. 385. He holds aggro really well, so usually what I do if I'm by myself is I snare, dot, nuke with the ranger, and just nuke the crap out of it with the wizard. Then I sit there and med until we're both, you know, up to full or ready to go another round or whatever. Or I will root and range attack and you know, then reroute if route breaks. That's what I usually do, something like that. One of those 2 things. But we're not doing too bad. So we're over in, I didn't even say where we were. We are in Tricon's Teeth. The one thing about this server, the other thing about this server is they have zim zones, high zim zones, or hot zones, so to speak. This is one of them. I was over in Oasis doing the Spectres earlier today. This would kind of be the next step up, I guess. I'm not sure if it's about the same or it's just change of scenery, really, more than anything. And we're staying close to zone line, just in case we have trouble. Even though we have a wizard that can evac or port or whatever, we're going to stay close to zone line just in case things go bad, since we're just checking this out. I did get lucky enough. When I walked in, there was another group killing. I got the spectral bow, which was rotting, I guess. Oh, I just freaking dotted myself. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome because I'm talking probably. Yeah, so I got that spectral bow, which is better than like the newbie bows, you know what I mean? So I'm happy with it. And then actually, because they were killing the cycle or whatever, I ended up getting both of my medallions for the sub key. So that's really cool. One less thing to have to worry about there eventually. And this thing's not dying very good. There's a proc. So the spell graphics are a little bit different. That's for sure. Kind of cool though. Can't believe we're just gonna go ahead and nuke it again. That way it'll die really fast. There we go. The wizard DPS is just crazy, for real crazy. Let's see what's in here. There's some worms. Words of suffering. Yeah, so we're just staying at zone line and pulling the zone line. That way it's nice and safe. Good XP. We're almost at 42. I don't know a lot about Rangers other than they're really good at tracking. They get some spells like later on in the progression, like how a druid would get, and they can tank in a pinch, but people say not as good as a warrior or a paladin or a shadow knight, obviously. But other than that, I'm not sure. I know since this is like going to go to Planes of Power, that they get really good once AAs come out with like headshot and endless quiver and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that eventually, just as a different experience. And I don't know why I'm casting heal on it. But this right now the server is locked at Velius, even though you will see some non-Velius items or non-Velius traits. The graphics are Luslin, or Luquin, however you want to say it. Luslin. I always say Luslin. Graphics, and then there is a plane of knowledge, and there's books. That is not true to Velius, obviously, but I think they did it that way because it's easier for people to get around, kind of out of progression a little bit, but it's definitely easier for people to get around to use the books and stuff like that. There is a bazaar, there is a Shadow Haven, but there are no zones to XP in for Luquin yet, or Luslin. There's just the Shadow Haven to go buy spells. There's the Nexus to get from Poke to Nexus, and then from Nexus to either Shadow Haven or the Bazaar. There is a Bazaar. It's not like the new Bazaar where you can shop from any zone. It's not even like the second or third Bazaar where the people are invisible and you can buy and sell. And I mean, it's like the first one with the stables, and there's a trader set up, and you can go find him after you search for your item, and you can buy it, but there's no selling or anything like that, automatic selling. But so it's different, a little bit out of progression, but a little bit more relaxed. Currently there's like 250, somewhere between 150 to 250 people on the server at all times, which is very different compared to P99, where you get probably between 900 to 1500 or more on the server at all times. Sorry, we're doing a mana check here. May have to stop for a mana break. These hit pretty good, so. But yeah, so the population is a lot lower. There seems to be one major guild here, or maybe a guild and then like 2 upcoming guilds, is what it seems like to me. The one major guild, I can't even remember their name now, man. But they seem to have, be doing raid targets, and they have epics and stuff like that. And then there's a guild named Unity, and there's a guild named Brethren of North. Both seem to be really good guilds and really good people. My characters are in Brethren of North. They're probably a little step behind of Unity in progression. Unity, I know they went to, my friends in Unity, Sevi, and they went to Plane of Hate last night, and they're doing stuff like that. My guild is doing Plane of Growth, which isn't really a step behind, but they don't raid as often, I guess I should say, when I say a step behind. I am not at the level to raid yet either, so I guess I don't know for sure, but with the server being such a small population, the economy's a little slow, the rating's a little different. I would like to get to the point where we, as in me and my friends, because Sevi's here, Richard Heat's here, I know some of my other friends playing on, or have been playing here on and off a little bit, because it's not the same for everybody, it's not the same as P99, so I don't expect people to just jump in and love it, but I'd like to be able to do like Kale and, stuff like that. Seems exciting. I don't know. Something new and different to experience. That's for sure. And this is a free-to-play server, just like P99. The main difference is, we're going to med here for a minute. The main difference is, and it's not a huge difference, you don't need the titanium disc. There is actually a download. And I believe that you can find the P99 download too if you search enough. I don't think you need the discs anymore. I think you can actually find the download. I believe so. I guess that's not a big difference, but there's definitely, you don't need one for this at all. So I'd recommend checking it out. If you come, hang out, play, whatever. Like I said, you're allowed a 3-box. I was going to add a 3rd box to my account. I was going to add a shaman. And I got the shaman to level 9 or 10. And I kind of gave up on it for a little bit. Just because, I don't know. 3-boxing is hard and it's not as fun. I'd rather be grouping with people. And when my friends are on, I'd rather be grouping with them. So that's the plan, is to mainly group with them. But I don't mind being by myself a little bit and, you know, root rotting or rooting and nuking or face tanking and letting the wizard nuke the crap out of stuff to get XP too. That's kind of cool. It's a nice little change. Incoming. We got some warrior incoming. Yeah, so he's an ogre shaman, and then I have a gnome wizard as my player, but that's my buddy's. And he is playing a shaman, shadow knight, which is also an ogre, and then he has a dark elf cleric. So he went all evil. So I assume he'll be killing, you know, like good races or something later on, or something like that to farm some plat. Some of the, I'll talk about some of the differences. So I don't want to. Some of the differences is, I hate to compare or whatever, but some of the differences, the OOC here goes zone. It's like all zone wide. So if you do an OOC, you can see it in all the zones, so to speak. That's a big difference. Of course, you know, we said books and poke and stuff like that. There's no corpse runs till level 10. So if you're level 9 and you die, you still have your stuff instead of like how classic EQ is level 4 or something like that. I think it's 4 or is it 6? So those are a couple of the differences. As far as this server being stable and stuff like that, it's very stable. It's almost always up. Sometimes they close it just for a patch and they turn it right back on. I've never seen it down for more than half an hour since I've been here. The glitchier things, I think some of the spells that are available at really later levels, sometimes people can't find, is the thing I hear. The other thing is some of the mobs, although they've really worked hard at replacing or fixing the mob problem, some of the mobs would bounce around in the air like they're falling from the sky. You'd have to pull them with a spell or a range item like an arrow or something. And they've really done a really good job actually at getting that better. And then the only other thing is the doors, which, you know, if you're pulling through a door and there's a mob chasing you, I could see it being a problem. But, you know, if you're just running around, opening doors to get in and out of a bank or something, you just gotta click it a second time, which is aggravating, but it's not the end of the world. But those are the only things I've seen so far. Nothing that would, you know, like, be like, I'm never playing this again. You know what I mean? And the wizard just got aggro. There we go. Good job there, Wizzy. And I'm out of mana on the wizard. Why don't I have harvest up on the wizard? That makes no sense at all. So we're gonna have to. Okay, there we go. That's not good. I'm totally potatoing that one by not having. I must have bad word filter on and it thinks cockatrice is a bad word. That's just weird. Okay, so I also turned off attack somehow in the middle of that fight, and that's why the wizard got... Okay, let's blow this crap up so I can get the hell out of here. Die! Chicken! That's weird that the bad word filter thinks that cockatrice is a bad word. That's just odd. And now we're at 9M and 14M, so... mid-break, I guess. Check in on XP. The wizard is less than 20% from ding, and we're about 20. So she's like almost one exact level behind, and she's in a hell level right now. So there's a fine steal. Yeah, he's saying there's good XP here, and it is pretty good actually. We did get spoiled once a month. The other thing they do is once a month you have double XP weekends. So that's always good, you know. Double XP weekends are always good if you're a fan of getting leveled quickly. What I really want to do is get this guy to 60, get some Kale armor drops, and be able to, you know, level up another tune and be able to farm gear, get the economy going a little bit, get the economy going for myself a little bit, and then when Lukeland drops, I'll have some money or some plat to play with. I'll have some gear where I can actually go do some stuff. And Lukeland, you know, like Maiden's Eye and Greg's End and stuff like that. Some of the zones. Was it called Akaivu Ruins or whatever? I can't remember the name off the top of my head. And be able to farm some other stuff. I'm excited about it. I know some people, Luceland, ruined all their EQ dreams and killed their wizards and their porters, their druids, and you know, stuff like that. And I feel for you guys. I don't hate you guys or think you're wrong or anything like that, but hey, there's some peoples, some barbarians. You know, for me it was a different experience, so I don't know. I don't want to come off as a hater or non-sympathetic either, though, to be honest. Yeah, so. But I loved. I don't know if I loved Lukeland or Luceland. I liked Luceland. I thought it was a great expansion, but I did definitely love Plains of Power. I thought Plains of Power was one of the best expansions ever made. The raiding material there, I thought has still not been beat. I did like Omens of War quite a bit too, to be honest. That was some really good raid content. But I probably had the most fun in EverQuest of my whole EQ playing career was probably Plains of Power. Being able to beat all the planes, key through all the planes, and beat time. And it was such an accomplishment back then that we actually beat time. Oh, we didn't get XP for that. Boo! He must have been too... I know he's a higher level than me. So, let's see if it's got that. Another room. Okay, here's something to pull, I think. Warrior. He's dark blue. That shaman died really quick. I don't think it had very much hit points, to be honest. There you go, buddy. And flame. I'm using snare and flame lick to hold aggro. I have another dot, but flame lick seems to be the one that holds aggro better. The other dot is like Drones of Doom or something like that. And then I'm procking like crazy. He gave me a dex buff, and I have 2 weapons at proc. And actually, I need to put this back on. It's called Call of Sky. I got it from the Velius vendor. Anyone that plays a ranger on P99, I need to log in sometime anyway. I play still, but it's a self proc spell. Let's see here. Let's read it real quick. It's a level 39, so that would be within Velius era if it's the Velius spell. Mana cost 50, cast time 3.5. Impart your weapons with the power of Sky, allowing them a chance to strike with Fury on Storm. And I believe it's the one that's a 30 proc, 30 damage proc. So that is, oh, Zone Connect, Sky Shrine, that's weird. I wonder if Sky Shrine was down. I just got a system message saying Zone Connect. Or maybe the chat was down for Sky Shrine. Weird. Excuse me. But yeah. There's a chicken. Let's see if we can pull the chicken from here. Ooh, too far away. There we go. Yeah, one of the guildies, I'll show you this bracer here. If it's, is it still here? Nope. They're talking about, oh, here it is. This is a bracer that they just did, one of the guildies of mine just did a quest for. 17 AC, 8 strength, 8 stamina, 30 HP, fire 5, cold 12, and magic 12. That's pretty good. Okay, we're gonna do flame lick. And we're at 65% mana on the wizard, so she'll be able to nuke. Did my flame lick? I don't think the flame lick's stuck. Oh, there it is. So she's nuking for it's at 385. And then I have 100. It's a 99 point nuke on the Ranger. But yeah, okay, there's the proc for that spell I just cast. That kind of almost looks like a heal effect. The green one is my Sword of Yakisha, the Skulls, or Dragon Horn of Yakisha, 75 damage, and then I have a proccing dagger that does 30. And then I think that spell also does 30, it looks like. Or maybe it's 35 actually, because the 30 is definitely the dagger. Did I show the dagger? Here, we'll do it again. The dagger is 30. Now you'll see here where it says required level, that seems to be a bug here where it doesn't tell you the level it procs. You can look it up on Alla, or there is a, I think it's called Alla Clone, ALLACOLNE, which is a P2002 Alla Kazam, so to speak, for them. And there's a couple guys over here just hanging out. That's weird. Unity people. Got Medicali and Blur. A couple of his guildies, I guess. I don't know if they're waiting for a key drop or just hanging out or what. Not sure. And we're getting close. Not bad experience here. Yeah, they're getting 7 keys. Oh, right on. Got pulled chicken. So we have killed in several different places. When I say we, my friends and I, I've done the Orc Regor camp a little bit. I got some pants from there. We've done the worms over in GD, which actually was not bad at all, to be honest. We got a couple gems to drop, like a ruby crown and a, anyway, here's the pants. I got the pants to drop. I got 2 orc fang earrings. I did kill Lockjaw on the server. Where's my, there it is. I did kill Lockjaw, which is pretty much the same, except you get this extended enhancement. Increase the duration of long-term beneficial spells. So they started putting some of that stuff on there. I think during POP, not sure. But that blue kind of heel looking, that's the wind proc or whatever. Call the sky, so to speak. Alright, we're doing pretty good though. We're kind of getting a rhythm. Just slower pulls than usual rather than chain pulls. But we're kind of getting a rhythm. Don't want... Okay, so these specters here, they all cast. We pulled... Actually, I pulled 2 on accident, but we barely killed the first one. The second one didn't really come into play too much. It nuked us once or twice, but They were bad. They were very bad. I would advise not killing them, to be honest. Unless you have some kind of stun or something to interrupt their spell casting, because it was ugly. I'm not seeing these mobs. I'm trying to stay close to the entrance and not get lost though too, so. I don't know why every character I make I end up pulling with, but I don't mind pulling. I like pulling, so. Rangers are good pullers for being outside. I'm not using Harmony here, but Harmony is a great tool as far as splitting up outside camps and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, when I made my druid on p2002, she was splitting camps all the time. I need to use this track a little better and find me a mob, I guess. Jeesh, come on. Not seeing anything close, and I don't want to pull those. Oh, I got something. I got two somethings. Why did I not see that? Okay. We got a man trap and we got a freaking saber-tooth. So this should be exciting. I didn't see them. So we're going to burn this first one down. I think these have a lot of freaking hit points too, if I remember right. That's... Okay, we're going to sit on the wizard. If this cat starts coming, we're going to root him again a little bit and just bow him while he snares him. Go ahead and burn this guy. Okay, I got the tiger rooted. We're going to go ahead and flame lick him and snare him. So we can build up some aggro. Nuke him. I'd have some good freaking aggro by now, I'd think. Wizards at 40 up. Here we go. Let's play. Play ball. This one definitely has less HP compared to the freaking plant. Those plants have a lot of HP for some reason. Nice. There's proc right in your face, tiger. Eat that, buddy. I am out of mana. The wizard is at 14. So we're going to take another med break. Yeah. Alright, well I'm going to stop this video here. I wanted to let you guys know what I've been up to, what I've been doing, what I've been playing. I did do some retro games. I'm going to upload them. I'm going to try to get back into it. I am on vacation this week. So the plan is... Oh, there's another rune. The plan is to put some videos up, guys. Play some games. I got to get some stuff done around the house too, obviously. There's stuff to do in real life. But, you know, the plan is to have some fun on vacation. Go do some stuff with my son. Play some video games and get some videos up. I haven't played DAOC in forever. I need to get back on p2002 a little bit. I got a ton of retro games I've been wanting to check out and put up. Some of my favorite ones and such. And but anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you